How do you describe a prison? Scary? Dark? Scarier and darker than the confines of the prison are the secrets of inappropriate relationships between female police officers and inmates.
Romantic entanglements between male inmates and female staff.
But what has motivated the law enforcers to defy the law? And what became of these offenders in uniforms?
You get very horny very easy.
Join us in a swift exploration, questioning the blurred boundaries and emotional complexities within prison walls, as we embark on a brief yet intense journey of forbidden relationships where passion and duty collide. Melissa Goodwin. Take, for instance, you find yourself in an uncomfortable judicial problem. What would you do? Lie or simply admit you did wrong? Well, Melissa felt she could outsmart the law. Melissa Goodwin, a former prison officer, found herself in a precarious situation when she realized that her personal relationships with two inmates could hinder her aspirations for a high-flying career in counterterrorism. Goodwin's story took an unexpected turn when she embarked on a painful journey of tattoo removal to ensure her neck ink wouldn't impede her professional goals. In August 2021, Goodwin was convicted of engaging in an intimate relationship with Corey London, a teenage inmate. However, the revelations didn't end there. It was also uncovered that Goodwin had been involved with Caleb Valerie, a former inmate and associate of the Rebels Outlaw motorcycle gang. With her legal troubles behind her, the 28-year-old Goodwin underwent a transformation, both in appearance and aspirations. Embracing a new identity as a feminist influencer, she traded her blonde locks for a striking brunette look and set her sights on a career in counterterrorism. In a recent revelation, Goodwin shared the challenges she faced while undergoing the removal process for a large lotus-style tattoo on the front of her neck. Despite using numbing cream, the laser tattoo removal sessions proved to be excruciatingly painful for her. While she expressed relief at having completed several sessions, she lamented that 4 more treatments awaited her. In 2021, Goodwin managed to avoid a jail sentence by pleading guilty to 1 count of engaging in a relationship with an inmate at a Sydney prison. However, she vehemently denied the police's allegations of engaging in oral intimacy with the inmate in storeroom closets. Instead, she received a 12-month community corrections order and was assigned 100 hours of community service. During the same period, Goodwin's romantic involvement with Caleb Valerie came to an abrupt end following an altercation in October 2021. Goodwin was accused of biting Valerie during an argument at a residence in Liverpool, a suburb in Sydney's western region. However, the charge was eventually dropped when Valerie failed to appear in court. Reflecting on her tumultuous past, Goodwin opened up about her relationship with Valerie during a radio interview with Kyle and Jackie. She maintained that she had adhered to the rules and refrained from engaging in any intimate activities until Valerie's release from prison. The fallout from her actions took a toll on her mental health, with Goodwin still receiving messages and enduring abuse related to the situation to this day. Goodwin's story serves as a caution, shedding light on the complexities and consequences of engaging in personal relationships with inmates while working as a prison officer. It also highlights the challenges individuals face when trying to rebuild their lives and pursue new career paths after such incidents. Through her transformation and outspokenness as a feminist influencer, Goodwin aims to reclaim her narrative and advocate for change, all while dealing with the lingering aftermath of her past actions. Charlene Diane O'Banion. Former Montgomery County Jail Deputy Charlene Diane O'Banion recently made headlines as she pleaded guilty to engaging in improper sexual activity with a person in custody. This distressing case has resulted in O'Banion being sentenced to 100 days in jail, shedding light on a breach of trust within the criminal justice system. The incident came to the attention of authorities when O'Banion and the person in custody, Jacob Parker, shared a recorded call on December 17, 2021, during which they discussed their sexual encounters. This alarming revelation prompted an investigation into the matter. According to law enforcement officials, O'Banion admitted to engaging in oral sex with Parker on November 17, 2021, in an area of the jail that was not easily visible to other staff members. She revealed that due to a shortage of floor workers in a specific housing section known as B Quad, jail personnel would enlist volunteers from another unit to perform cleaning duties. Exploiting this situation, O'Banion took advantage of the opportunity and rendezvoused with Parker in an area away from prying eyes. O'Banion acknowledged that this sexual encounter occurred only once. The circumstances surrounding this case are deeply troubling, as they involve the abuse of power and a violation of the duty to protect and uphold the law. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, responsible for overseeing the jail, launched an investigation upon learning of the incident, aiming to hold O'Banion accountable for her actions. It is important to note that Parker had been in custody since March 2, 2021, prior to the illicit relationship with O'Banion. The case raises questions about the supervision and security protocols within the jail, as well as the potential presence of other systemic issues, such as drug problems, which O'Banion cited as a contributing factor. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of maintaining professionalism and ethical conduct within the criminal justice system. The breach of trust exhibited by O'Banion not only tarnishes the reputation of law enforcement, but also undermines the faith that society places in those responsible for ensuring public safety and security. The sentencing of O'Banion to 100 days in jail signifies the legal consequences she faces for her actions. It is hoped that this case will serve as a deterrent, sending a message that such misconduct will not be tolerated within the criminal justice system. Efforts must be made to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. This includes implementing stricter protocols, enhancing training programs, and fostering a culture of accountability and integrity within law enforcement agencies. By doing so, it is possible to restore public trust and ensure that incidents like these do not recur. Jennifer Gavin. Jennifer Gavin, a corrupt prison officer, found herself in a heartbreaking situation as she fell in love with an inmate at HMP Berwyn, a modern jail housing over 2,000 men in Wales. The 27-year-old Gavin, residing in Leigh, Wrexham, was sentenced to 8 months in jail after pleading guilty to misconduct in public office between April and July 2020. In a dramatic courtroom scene, Gavin broke down upon hearing her sentence. The misconduct involved her engaging in an inappropriate relationship with prisoner Alex Coxon, who is now 25 years old. Gavin accepted £150 to smuggle a mobile phone into the jail, enabling her to communicate with Coxon unlawfully. Their exchanges took place through the illicit phone hidden under a prison laptop in Coxon's cell. Prosecutor David Mainstone revealed that prison authorities received intelligence about the possible relationship, leading to the discovery of explicit images of a woman on Coxon's phone. Gavin's involvement was revealed when she sent a Snapchat image of herself and shared intimate moments with the inmate. Despite her refusal to disclose the PIN for her mobile phone, evidence showed that Gavin had created sexually explicit videos. During the court proceedings, defense barrister Maria Macelis painted a picture of Gavin's troubled state of mind. Dressed in black and appearing with a packed bag, Gavin expressed her weariness and inability to wait any longer for her fate. Macelis described her client as having self-esteem issues and being particularly empathetic toward inmates during the COVID-19 lockdown, where family visits were prohibited. Gavin struggled to cope with the responsibility of overseeing 80 male prisoners alone at times. Despite her naivety and feeling manipulated into the relationship with Coxon, Gavin expressed love for him and sent him images. The court learned that Gavin had previously been in a lengthy relationship, but had since formed a new one and had a 7-month-old son. Judge Nicholas Perry, addressing Gavin after Coxon's sentencing, emphasized the severity of her actions. He stressed that prison officers who engage in misconduct will almost always face immediate custody. Judge Perry highlighted the threat posed by mobile phones to prison safety, noting that an iPhone with explicit images of Gavin had been discovered, and she had received £150 to smuggle it behind bars. Additionally, it was revealed that Gavin arranged to be alone with Coxon when he was assigned cleaning duty. Acknowledging Gavin's remorse and the fact that her behavior was out of character, Judge Perry stated that only an immediate custodial sentence could be justified due to the seriousness of the matter. The court also learned that Coxon had attempted to pass a phone to another inmate using dental floss. But since then, He had made efforts to turn his life around. Nevertheless, his record was described by the judge as appalling. The case of Jennifer Gavin and Alex Coxon serves as a stark reminder of the consequences that corruption and inappropriate relationships within the prison system can have. It underscores the importance of maintaining the integrity of prison officers and the security of correctional facilities to ensure public safety. Tina Gonzalez. In a shocking turn of events, Tina Gonzalez, a former correctional officer assigned to the Fresno County Jail, has found herself on the other side of the bars as a convicted felon. Gonzalez has admitted to engaging in a series of serious crimes, including having sexual relations with an inmate and providing him with drugs and a cell phone. Assistant Sheriff Steve McComas, who has spent 26 years at the sheriff's office, described Gonzalez's actions as disgusting and among the most depraved he has ever encountered. The extent of her betrayal goes beyond engaging in sexual acts with the inmate. She also jeopardized the safety of her fellow correctional officers by providing the inmate with razor blades, a cell phone, and critical intelligence about the jail. Prosecutor Caitlin Drake revealed that Gonzalez had even shared sensitive information with the inmate, including details about individuals entering his pod and upcoming searches. This blatant disregard for her duty and the security of the facility is deeply concerning. At her sentencing, Gonzalez remained silent, but her attorney explained that her marriage was falling apart when she began the illicit relationship with the inmate. It lasted for over a year before investigators finally caught her. Shockingly, even after her arrest in December 2019, phone calls revealed that she continued to engage in sexually explicit conversations with the inmate and boasted about her crimes. Assistant Sheriff McComas expressed his deep concern, stating that Gonzalez's continued contact with the inmate and her lack of remorse indicate that she is incapable of owning up to her mistakes and is likely to continue engaging in such behavior in the future. Judge Michael Idiart had the authority to sentence Gonzalez to a maximum of 16 months in jail. However, considering her lack of prior criminal history and her admission of guilt, he decided on a shorter sentence. While acknowledging the severity of her actions and the damage she caused, Judge Idiart also expressed his belief in the potential for redemption. He granted Gonzalez the opportunity to prove herself and stated that she has the rest of her life to do so. As a result, Gonzalez will only serve 210 days in jail, and with time credits, she could be released as early as the middle of October. This outcome has raised eyebrows and sparked debates about the appropriate punishment for such egregious breaches of trust within the correctional system. The case of Tina Gonzalez serves as a stark reminder of the importance of upholding the integrity of correctional officers and ensuring the safety and security of our jails. The actions of a few individuals can have far-reaching consequences, undermining public confidence in the criminal justice system and endangering the lives of both inmates and staff. Joyce Mitchell. Former prison worker Joyce Mitchell has been released from the Bedford Hills Correctional Facility in Westchester County, New York. Mitchell, now 55 years old, has served time for her involvement in aiding two convicted murderers, Richard Matt and David Sweat, in their audacious escape from the Clinton Correctional Facility. The notorious case later became the basis for the riveting 2018 Showtime miniseries titled Escape at Dannemora. Mitchell's release comes after being convicted of providing material support to the escaped prisoners. She was charged with promoting prison contraband in the first degree, a felony, as well as criminal facilitation in the fourth degree, a misdemeanor. In September 2015, she received a sentence ranging from 2/4 to 8 years and was ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution for damages incurred during the escape. The escape itself sparked a nationwide manhunt that lasted for 22 days before Richard Matt was shot and killed by authorities, and David Sweat was shot and apprehended. It was later revealed that the inmates had charmed Mitchell, who worked as a prison tailor, as part of an elaborate scheme. Reports surfaced that Mitchell had agreed to flee with Sweat and Matt, and had helped collect various items, including guns, ammunition, camping gear, and a compass. The New York Inspector General's report revealed that Mitchell had professed her love for Sweat in secret notes and engaged in numerous sexual encounters with Matt in the tailor shop. Mitchell's involvement in the escape plot went deeper as she smuggled tools, such as hacksaw blades and chisels, into the prison by hiding them in frozen hamburger meat. A guard unwittingly passed the meat to the inmates. Additionally, Mitchell purchased 6 hacksaw blades and gave them directly to Matt, according to the Inspector General's report. The inmates orchestrated their escape by using power tools to cut through their cells, break through a brick wall, and access a steam pipe, through which they slithered to emerge outside the prison walls via a manhole. They cleverly arranged clothing in their beds to create the illusion that they were still present, leaving behind a taunting note that read, "Have a nice day." While Mitchell had initially planned to meet the escapees on the outskirts of the prison with a getaway car, she ultimately backed out at the last moment, leaving the fugitives to regroup and readjust their plans. During her sentencing in 2015, Mitchell expressed remorse, telling the judge that if she could turn back time, she would. She described her involvement as the worst mistake of her life, one she would carry with her every day. The gripping miniseries Escape at Dannemora, directed by Ben Stiller, shed further light on the daring escape and garnered critical acclaim. Patricia Arquette, who portrayed Mitchell, received accolades, including a Golden Globe, a Screen Actors Guild Award, and a Critics' Choice Television Award for her compelling performance. Ben Stiller himself earned a Directors Guild Award for the exceptional miniseries. The captivating tale of Joyce Mitchell's role in the Clinton Correctional Facility escape continues to intrigue audiences, as it serves as a reminder of the astonishing lengths some individuals will go to pursue freedom and the devastating consequences that follow. AAR Gun. In a shocking case that highlights the breach of trust within the prison system, a female prison officer, Alicia Gun, has been sentenced to 12 months in jail for engaging in a passionate affair with a dangerous inmate. The scandalous affair unfolded at Goodwin prison in Wrexham, where Gun, 27, worked alongside Khurram Razak, a 29-year-old convicted armed robber serving a 12-year sentence. The court heard that Gun and Razak exchanged over 1,200 phone calls, including explicit video calls, within a mere 5 months. The affair took an even more illicit turn when Gun smuggled her own knickers to Razak, hiding them in her bra. This shocking act of misconduct was accompanied by messages exchanged between the two discussing cell-searching tactics. Photographs retrieved from Gun's phone revealed intimate moments between her and Razak, including embraces and kisses shared inside his cell. The prosecution further revealed that Gun had provided her bank details to an associate of Razak, resulting in a deposit of £1,500 into her account. Gun, a psychology and criminology graduate, had been a probationary officer at the time of the affair, which took place between July and November of the previous year. Goodwin Prison, a new Category C facility, housed approximately 1,200 inmates and employed 500 staff members during that period. While each 2-man cell in Goodwin prison was equipped with a laptop, phone, shower, and toilet, Gun and Razak used their personal mobile phones to exchange explicit videos and engage in live streaming of sexual acts. In one message, Razak expressed his anticipation for their next meeting, stating, "I can't wait until next week. I am going to throw you on my bed." In a shocking act of betrayal, Gun also sent Razak screenshots of WhatsApp chats among prison officers, discussing prisoners and search tactics. The court deemed this act as a severe breach of her responsibilities. Despite the training Gun received on security awareness and corruption prevention, as well as the warnings regarding prisoners attempting to exploit prison staff, her relationship with Razak went unnoticed for some time. However, colleagues eventually became suspicious due to the significant amount of time Gun spent with Razak, including prolonged periods inside his cell. Following internal reports, an investigation was launched, and Razak's in-cell phone was examined. It was discovered that he had added a contact named Keely Mason and regularly made calls to this number. The intercepted calls revealed Gun's voice, leading to her identification as the person involved in the illicit affair. The investigation also uncovered that Gun had purchased clothing for Razak and placed bets on his behalf. Gun's behavior took an even more concerning turn when, after appearing in court, She posted press photographs of herself on her own Instagram account, seemingly reveling in the attention surrounding the case. During the trial, Gunn's defense attorney, Peter Hunter, acknowledged her wrongdoing and expressed remorse on her behalf. He explained that Gunn had been in a 4-year relationship when she joined the prison service, but her boyfriend had cheated on her with another prison warder, leading to her depression. However, Hunter maintained that there was no financial gain involved in Gunn's actions. In sentencing Gunn to 12 months in prison, Judge Nicholas Perry emphasized the breach of trust involved in her actions. He described the affair as highly sexualized and pornographic, and expressed disbelief that Gunn seemed to revel in the ensuing publicity. The judge acknowledged that Gunn's actions occurred during a difficult period in her life, but stressed that she had exhibited selfishness on a staggering scale. Khurram Razak, dealt with separately, received an additional 8 months in jail for possessing a Garmin smartwatch and a mobile phone while in custody. The prosecution argued that Razak's inappropriate relationship with Gunn had contributed to her downfall, as they had been exchanging explicit videos and streaming footage of their sexual encounters. Razak, already serving a double-digit sentence for armed robbery and conspiracy to rob, was labeled a dangerous man by Judge Perry. This scandalous case serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers and consequences when those entrusted with maintaining order within the prison system abuse their power and engage in inappropriate relationships with inmates. Now, it's time for today's subscriber pick. In a disheartening turn of events, a recent incident has come to light involving female law enforcement officers caught on camera engaging in inappropriate behavior with male inmates. This shocking image raises profound concerns about the integrity of those entrusted with upholding the law and the potential consequences it poses to the justice system. This unethical behavior within the judicial system yields consequences such as eroded public trust, compromised due process, inequality, diminished credibility, and systemic issues. Tell us, what do you think about this image? And what proper punishment should be placed on these female officers? Alicia Martin. The presence of inappropriate relationships between female police officers and inmates. These unsettling connections challenge our understanding of fairness and raise questions about boundaries. How do these relationships begin, driven by hidden emotions and desires? What causes the compromise of professionalism and manipulation? And what are the significant consequences for those involved and the integrity of our justice system? The case of Melanie would give a proper response to these questions. Melanie Alicia Martin, who is 34 years old, who served with the Modoc County Sheriff's Office, was taken into custody on September 10th and subsequently booked into the Modoc County Jail. Her bond was set at £2,000. The arrest comes as a result of Martin's violation of California law, which strictly prohibits correctional officers from engaging in any form of sexual activity with inmates. This law is in place to protect the vulnerable position of incarcerated individuals who are unable to give consent due to their confinement. Sheriff Tex Dowdy of Modoc County expressed deep concern over the allegations, emphasizing that his office takes such matters extremely seriously. To ensure transparency and avoid any conflicts of interest, an external agency was brought in to conduct a thorough investigation into the case. Modoc County, nestled in the scenic northeast corner of California and bordering Oregon and Nevada, is now grappling with the fallout of this disturbing incident. The arrest of one of its own law enforcement officers has raised questions about the effectiveness of the system in place to safeguard the rights and well-being of inmates. This incident serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of maintaining trust, integrity, and professionalism within the corrections system. The alleged actions of Melanie Alicia Martin have not only violated the law, but also undermined the public's confidence in the very individuals entrusted with the responsibility of ensuring the safety and rehabilitation of inmates. As the investigation proceeds, authorities are faced with the daunting task of reassessing protocols and implementing measures that will prevent such breaches of trust in the future. The incident serves as a wake-up call to the entire law enforcement community, reinforcing the need for constant vigilance and accountability to uphold the highest standards of justice and ethics. Emily Watson. In a stunning case that has sent shockwaves through HMP Berwyn in Wrexham, a female prison officer, Emily Watson, 26, has been sentenced to a year in jail for engaging in a sexual relationship with an inmate. This scandalous affair not only shattered the trust bestowed upon her, but also involved a shocking act performed on John McGee, a prisoner serving time for causing death by dangerous driving. The illicit affair came to light when staff at the prison became suspicious of the excessive time Watson spent with McGee. An investigation was launched, revealing that Watson had been alone with McGee in his cell on 3 separate occasions. During these encounters, she engaged in sexual acts with him, including intercourse and performing a sex act twice. The investigation also uncovered that Watson had used an iPhone 6, which had been smuggled into the prison hidden inside a PlayStation, to send explicit images and videos of herself to McGee. He had registered her phone number under a different name, and the pair engaged in regular conversations when Watson was off duty, with 90 calls logged. Watson, a prison officer for 3 years, sobbed loudly as she was sentenced at Mold Crown Court after pleading guilty to misconduct in public office. The court heard that their sexual relationship began in October 2017, following their participation in a BBC Children in Need 3-legged race, and ended in January 2018. McGee, who was already serving an 8-year sentence for causing the death of Richard Bratton in a dangerous driving incident, had a history of criminal activity. He had fled the scene after the accident, leaving Britain for dead and sparking a police chase. McGee had also been on parole for supplying Class A drugs. The court learned that an illegal phone was discovered in McGee's cell, which revealed that he and Watson had been in contact through Instagram in addition to his prison phone. Messages exchanged between the two demonstrated their deepening connection, with McGee expressing his dreams about Watson, while she reciprocated by sending him a naked picture and a sexual video of herself. Watson was arrested on her way to work on January 2018. The judge acknowledged her otherwise good character, with no previous convictions, and the fact that her family had expressed pride in her achievements. However, he deemed her behavior reprehensible and lacking in remorse. Despite her lawyer's request for a suspended sentence, the judge sentenced her to a year in jail. The judge expressed sympathy for the family of Richard Bratton, whose grief was compounded by the revelation that McGee had access to an iPhone and was able to conduct a sexual relationship from his prison cell. The delay in bringing Watson to court was due to her being sectioned under the Mental Health Act. This case serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences when those entrusted with maintaining order and security within the prison system abuse their power. The betrayal of trust by Emily Watson has not only tarnished her own reputation, but has also raised concerns about the effectiveness of protocols in place to prevent such misconduct. The incident underscores the importance of constant vigilance and the need to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and integrity within the prison system. Kowana Jenkins. Kowana Jenkins, a detention officer in Fulton County, Georgia, has been terminated and arrested for engaging in inappropriate behavior with an inmate, which was allegedly caught on video. Kowana Jenkins now faces a multitude of charges, including improper sexual contact, violation of oath, reckless conduct, cruelty to inmates, and providing a prohibited item to an inmate without authorization. The incident came to light during a shakedown of the Fulton County Jail, where a contraband cell phone was confiscated. Investigators discovered a video on the phone showing Jenkins engaging in various inappropriate actions with an inmate, including sitting on his lap and kissing him. What makes the situation even more concerning is that the inmate can be heard on the video requesting specific items, to which Jenkins complies by giving him a pair of designer eyeglasses from Cartier. Sheriff Patrick Labatt was promptly informed of the video and took immediate action. Jenkins was terminated from her position, and charges were filed against her for the crimes committed. This case marks the second incident this year involving the firing and arrest of a detention officer in Fulton County, highlighting the seriousness with which the sheriff's office is addressing such misconduct. Sheriff Labatt emphasized his commitment to transparency and accountability within the department, stating that the actions of one individual do not represent the integrity and dedication of the majority of employees. The incident serves as a reminder that the vast majority of law enforcement officials are committed to upholding their oath to protect and serve the community. This case raises concerns about the presence of contraband cell phones within the prison system and the potential for inappropriate relationships and behavior between officers and inmates. It underscores the need for strict protocols and thorough monitoring to prevent such incidents from occurring in the future. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office is working diligently to ensure the trust and confidence of the public by addressing these issues head-on and holding individuals accountable for their actions. The focus remains on maintaining the highest standards of professionalism and integrity while ensuring the safety and well-being of both staff and inmates within the correctional system. Denise PLL. In a case that echoes the infamous prison escape at Clinton Correctional Facility, a former supervisor at the facility has been sentenced to 1 year in county jail for engaging in an inappropriate relationship with an inmate. Denise PLL, 39, pleaded guilty to charges of promoting prison contraband, sexual abuse, and official misconduct. PLL's relationship with the inmate began in June 2017, and it lasted for several months before the allegations came to light. Prosecutors revealed that PLL had developed strong feelings for the inmate, whom she had met while working as a training supervisor in the prison's tailor shop since September 2015. Despite the clear violation of prison policies and professional boundaries, PLL sent the inmate cards, letters, and even provided financial assistance, totaling $350. During the investigation, PLL admitted to visiting the inmate twice and engaging in physical contact, though she stated it was limited to touching over clothing. The relationship took a deeply personal turn as they discussed their future together after the inmate completed his sentence. PLL's actions have drawn significant criticism, particularly due to the previous high-profile escape from the same prison by convicted murderers Richard Matt and David Sweat. New York Inspector General Catherine Leahy Scott condemned PLL for disregarding the lessons learned from that escape and engaging in behavior that compromised the safety and security of the facility and the community. The case has attracted widespread media attention, drawing comparisons to the Joyce Mitchell case. Mitchell, a former prison seamstress, aided Matt and Sweat in their escape 3 months before PLL's employment. Mitchell received a 7-year prison sentence and substantial restitution. It's worth noting that the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision has agreed to implement additional training for civilian staff to recognize and report inappropriate behavior within the prison. These measures aim to prevent similar incidents in the future and reinforce the importance of maintaining a secure and safe correctional environment. The gripping nature of this case, with its echoes of the notorious prison escape and the emotional entanglement between a staff member and an inmate, has captivated public attention. The story's relevance extends beyond the confines of the courtroom, as it explores the consequences of blurred boundaries and the impact of personal choices on the integrity of the criminal justice system. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.